you. Good morning, everybody. Happy Monday. Good morning. I hope y'all had a great weekend. Morning, Tony, Max, Chris, Greasy, Corey, Munch. Good morning. Good morning. I completely forgot that it was daylight savings weekend, spring forward. I woke up Sunday. I was like, what? How did I sleep so late? Morning, Shadow. All right, let's hop right into it. We have the weekly chart here. We closed down. Very indecisive week last week. Big volume imbalance right here on the weekly. Gaps down again at the open, of course. So we'll see if we're going to try to go up and rebalance that this week. I don't know. We have CPI as well on Wednesday. So tomorrow I won't be on stream. I just can't be on stream. Y'all saw last week. I just can't do it. I'll want to take a trade, I guess. But anyways, yeah, so we'll see. We'll see what happens today. Not sure we'll see much tomorrow, but CPI Wednesday, and we'll see if we try to rebalance that or not. We did take out all those daily swing lows that I had marked there. So, yeah, go to the daily. We finally, maybe, are coming out of that nasty range. We'll see. What I hope is not the case is that we just gap down, swept these lows, and start kind of try to rebalance it immediately. That'll suck. But we might not. We'll see. The next area I have to the short side on the daily chart is basically going to be down here, this swing low at 516.25. That's if we keep coming down. I'm not sitting here expecting it, but that's just if we keep going down. I have something on the daily chart there. All right, the 4 hour. I don't have much because, yeah, that we gapped down. I know that gap down is there. That's going to be a new week opening gap. So I'm not too concerned with, marking any kind of thing right there. But I am watching if we are going to try to rebalance and go up. We might get a BISI here. So we'll see. That's in 32 minutes. The 1 hour chart. Let me go back to the daily chart because they're also with this down close candle Friday, we created this volume imbalance up here. So big weekly imbalance, volume imbalance, and then this daily volume imbalance up here. Go back to the 1 hour. Again, kind of the same thing as the 4 hour. All we have is that big new week opening gap down. So I'm not too concerned with all these fair value gaps, these SIBIs coming down here. We've already made our way back up into this area, into that new week opening gap. So what I am watching is this 1 hour BISI here that we've already went into. So we'll see if we keep going or not. Now, the 15 minute, my bread and butter, what I'm looking at here, I'm looking at a dealing range of basically, let's see. Well, hold on. Before I get to that, we have the London range here. What I'm looking at here is if we are going to go up and rebalance, remember, we got to open and go down first. We have relative equal lows right there. Really nice. Internal range liquidity right above the London high. So I could see us coming down and sweeping that and then going up. That's kind of what I'm looking for. However, if we do come down and just keep going down, then I have this 1 hour fair value gap there with London low in it to see. That'd be my next area, key area to see if we'd get below that. So, but for now, I'm looking at this sell side liquidity, and then, of course, the big new week opening gap there. And then above that, if we do get above all that, I have some relative equal highs in here inside that weekly volume imbalance at 854. So I'd be looking at that if we did make it up that high. Not sure if we will. And then the dealing range I was talking about that I'm looking at is basically previous day or Friday's high and then this Asia low that we made. Equilibrium's right in here in this new week opening gap. So basically what I'm looking at is we'll see what happens here in 10 seconds if we're going to open and immediately sweep this, if we're going to open and pop up. Then I'd kind of look and see where we're going to draw to first. And that's what I'm looking at. So here's the open. And we opened and ran up, or so far. Popped up. See if we come take these lows. Morning, morning, morning. Morning, John. And previous day low could potentially be a bit of a mitigation where, you know, higher time frame traders, if they were looking to go long, it gapped down. If it comes right back up to previous day Friday's low here, that could be a mitigation point where people start getting out and then it continue to drop down. So yeah, we're going straight up. Let's check for the opening range gap here. Gonna have a big one. Close up there. It's almost the entire new week opening gap. So yeah, I won't be streaming tomorrow. We have CPI Wednesday. I did see we have Trump speaking this afternoon. Of course, we know sometimes he gets antsy and starts tweeting and texting and going on places earlier. So I definitely keep your news feed up. So I got that going up. And yeah, oil is going nuts. About to pay for it at the pump soon. That's what we talked about last week. Oil is going to be the new silver. Insane. I saw that open last night. It shot up like 20+% to $120. I was like, man, might want to short a options contract on that. And it's down to 98, 97 now. I would have taken a quick profit, but obviously I can't trade options on the weekend. So now it's already down. So yeah. Any good weekend stories? Anybody do anything fun for the weekend? Let's see, what did I do? We had a game Saturday morning. Didn't do too much Saturday. We're doing some remodeling at my house. Just working on some plans for that. So that should be happening here pretty soon. Some exterior remodeling. We remodeled the inside a couple years ago. So now we need to do some exterior upgrading. All right, if we invert this fair value gap, this opening fair value gap here, then I'm pretty sure we're going to come down and take that sell side liquidity at 348. So I'm watching that, and I may be interested in shorting. But I got to make sure we are going to come down first. Went to a resort, couples massage with the wife. Nice. Took the Tesla, so no gas. Sweet. That's nice. Went to my 3-year-old son's grandson's soccer game. Those are always funny. Like the 3-year-olds, little bitty ones like that. You just get a big group, like jumbled, the ball in the middle, and they're all standing around it, like just kicking. It's hilarious. Yeah, and a reminder, I won't be on all next week. Not one day next week. We'll be out of town for our Nationals my son's nationals basketball tournament. We'll see how we do. His hand is still healing. Hopefully it's ready by then. Those are all red today, Max. Yeah, I just can't look at other stuff while I'm trading. Because I tried. I can't even look at ES. I can't look at other things that are like confluences because I start getting too biased. Like it shifts my bias from the charts. I'm just bad about that. I know people can do it. I'm just bad about it. Tucson's your hometown. Sweet. Yeah, I would really love to move away, like out of town. I just can't. Too much family. I normally don't trade inversions, but if we get this inversion, very confident we're coming down to 348. Yeah, and it's been a little bit rough. I was contemplating dropping down a contract today, but I like the framework. So I'm just going to stick with it. I liked the framework this morning. I'm shorting this. I'm going to try to head to that sell side liquidity there. It's a little early, but oh man, I got a really bad fill on my PAs again. Man, I got a really bad fill on my PAs again. Dang. We did get a Sibby in here. 26. Hopefully it doesn't pop back up on me, but I'm just going to let this one ride. Nah, no full port. I just like that sell side liquidity there. And this inversion, that's what I was looking at. This inversion, if we got this inversion, I liked the shorts to that sell side liquidity, 348. I'm going to go to 350. Give it a little bit of room in case if it wants to get close. I want to see it take out this low right here. If we can take out this low, then I'll go to break even. Hopefully it doesn't want to come back up to this fair value gap. Hopefully that's a breakaway gap. Getting a little hesitant here, hesitating. But I don't see why we would stop and not get down to those relative equal lows there. They're really obvious for me. So I'm just going to let this baby ride. Hopefully it gets down there. Man, I got such a bad fill on my PAs. Jeez. Curious what my entry was. NATO popped up. This just popped up. Have intercepted a missile heading to Turkey. Oh, man. Come on down there. All right, now I'm protecting at break even. If it comes all the way back and gets me out of break even. Morning, Vegas. We got an early one today. Got a pretty quick one today. Let's see if it goes and nails my target or not. Don't stop. Like I said, I'm not seeing a reason for it to stop before that 348. I'm really curious what my entry was on my PAs. Because I got a really bad fill. Oh, man, that was close. To it and through it, baby. Let's go. Ah, come on. Pretty close. Get through it. Get through it. Come on. To it and through it. Let's go. Through that sell side liquidity. So close. I know you want to get through it. NQ. Listen to me, NQ. Ah, come on. Just get down there. Quit playing around. Oh, you got to be kidding me. Let's get down there. Wow. Let's get through it. Let's go. If it rejects again, then I'm just going to have to close it. But should go to it and through it. Get there, get there, get there, get there. Let's go. Come on. You can do it. Ooh, another rejection. No way. Come on. Man, why are you rejecting right there? Wow. I should have closed it. Come on. Wow. Man. Rejection. I'm gonna pull down my stop. There is a volume imbalance right here, but I am gonna pull down my stop to this wick just to lock in case if it decides that it wants to be too stubborn. There we go. Now you're doing what you should be doing. Thank you, NQ. And have a wonderful day. Jeez. All right. Hey, look at that. $3,000 on my live account. Man, I'm telling you, I needed that. But, geez, okay, now I can look. Let me look and see what my fill was. Because, look at that. Whoo! It can go long now. See, this is what I was saying in my pre-market analysis there. It doesn't mean it will go long. But I really was very confident in those relative equal lows and the way everything was shaping up. And if you're going to be bullish on the day, which I think it might be, it's got to come down to liquidity first. And this inversion, how it just ran up, this inversion, I liked it. I took that inversion because I was very confident in this 348. And look how it is now. After it took that 348, it might sit here and chop, maybe one more stab down, and then I think we turn around. I don't know for sure, but I think we will. But let me see what my entry was on my PAs. Because I got a bad... My entry here, you can see, is 426 on my live account. Let's pull up a chart on NinjaTrader with my PAs. And chart trader, let's just pull up any of them here. Let's go with the 85. What did I say? 411. Look at this. I shorted at 426 on my live account, filled 411. 15 points. Jesus. I mean, it did shoot down like right when I hit the button, so my live account was never red. So, I mean, I probably just precision, a precision entry. I clicked the button and it went. Obviously, I just needed this because it was a struggle last week. It's been a struggle lately. And oh, you took the inversion too, Chris? You never take inversions. Yeah, so I don't know. I needed this. So I still got 50, 60, what's that? 61 points on my PAs. I'll take it. 61 points. And then my live account, 50, 60, 76 points on my live. I'll take that. I will take that. Let me make sure I'm in Global Sim. There we go. Global Sim. I cannot. Man, it's 9:48. We're done for the day. We are done for the day. And look at that. Nice. Hit that sell side liquidity. We'll see if we... This could actually be... So that where it hit my target, this could potentially be a bullish order block where it's ran down through sell side liquidity, running with the institution, turn around. I don't know that yet, but it could be. So I'd be looking to see if it hits this line at 381.50, if it holds above it and keeps going. And again, it might not go long. That's just kind of the only reason I was looking. The reason why I was thinking we may go long is there's a lot of imbalances. It may want to go rebalance. So, but whenever I see clear sell side liquidity like this, like I'm very confident we're going to go to it, especially with the open. We ran up. So we ran up. We're going to come down to that sell side liquidity there. Very, very clear to me today. Anybody else get some of that short besides Chris? Man, I wish my PAs would have got filled at 426 where I got in. I mean, all good. There's plenty of room, but oh yeah, look at that. Now we're taking another dive here. You got to watch. Like, I'd still be cautious of it continuing down. Like, I'd really need it to show me it's going to continue down. And then from there, we have, you know, the London range. And then the 1 hour, like I said, this 1 hour BISI fair value gap here would be my next key area to see what price does there. But it's got to really show me. It'd have to really show me it wants to displace lower and then head to this area. Like I said, I normally don't take inversions, but y'all know me. I normally don't take inversions. I like fair value gaps, but to me, it's just I knew that if I don't take this inversion here, that I'm likely going to miss a move to this 348. And I really, 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 really was confident in 348 getting hit. So yep. Good day. Good day. I'll definitely take that on a Monday. And like I said, I won't be here tomorrow. And I'll be back Wednesday, CPI day. Let's see. Let me I want to check something here. I'm curious, how many of you trade using iced tea concepts? I know not everybody does. I did, John. I did use the 15-second confirmation. It was very quick, though, today. It was, I'll admit. So as soon as we close down under here, and I'll show you, as soon as we closed down and created this inversion, I didn't care about this little one here. I really didn't care about this little one. I wanted to see this one get closed. And then as soon as we went up in there, I did flip to the 15-second. And I watched. So it probably threw you off if you were watching because I didn't put my mark on there because it was so quick. I didn't want to miss. So, and it wasn't. So, all right. Here, let me show you. The 15, it wasn't a traditional like 15-second confirmation that I've normally been doing because right here, when we came down, right here's where we pulled back up in it. This 937, we pulled back up in it, and we didn't really get like a regular change in the state of delivery. So when we pulled back up in it, and right here, it closed, and then when we broke this low, right there, that's when I got in. Because, like I said, I didn't think we were going to really retrace, and I wasn't very sure we would leave a fair value gap because I really had a high value on that 380, that sell side liquidity. And I felt like with the way we inverted that 1 minute fair value gap, it was pretty easy. I just thought we were just going to go. So that's why it was a little bit more of a market read than anything. So Yeah, so right here, when we broke that, we pulled up into it. I was looking, though. Like, I would have preferred to see a up-close candle in here, right? And then, come down and change the state of delivery. But we didn't. We pulled up into it, and it closed here. So as soon as we broke the low of this one, I hopped in. And this, you see this line right here is 426.50, and my entry was just under 426. So it's probably like 426 and a quarter, but I traded 2 contracts, so it averaged them. So it was like, and then you can see it was actually good how it came down underneath, hit it again, and dropped. So a little bit more of a market read, and that's also because, and it's also why I had a little, like, I didn't have I had my stop right here above this wick high, which was the midpoint of that inversion. And I knew we had this 15-second fair value gap going down. And when I flip back to the 1 minute, we had here, let me turn off those executions so we can see a little better. I knew we had this SIBI here. So, of course, I didn't want too big of a stop, and I didn't want to see it come back above the midpoint of this inversion. Like, I really wanted to see it stay below it. So, because of that, I just put my stop right here on the backside of this fair value gap, which was right above the midpoint of that inversion. Because I figured if we come back above it, then we're probably just going to go up. So, that's why I put my stop there. So 426, and my stop was right here at about 58. So it's about 32 points. So my max risk for the day is 40. Even though I prefer to be around 20, 25, if I have to risk my 30, I will. And that just means I can't take another trade if it loses. So that's pretty much what I did on that one. Had to refresh. I saw a little gap there. So I was seeing here, says you got to be careful because, like, it just took one more. Maybe it's just taking one more stop run and then go up. Why did I have? Oh, yeah. So it, and then you could have maybe a bullish breaker where you have this low, high, lower low, and if we take this high, we'll have a bullish breaker. Doesn't mean it will. I'm just like anticipating, And now I would be looking at this to see if this is a bullish order block right there. Boom. Look at that. Like, I'm looking for all these signs of when the market's going to shift or continue. So, like, now, because I was looking at this as a potential bullish order block and this being a protected low, but no, it took another run down, which is fine. And then it's going up. So if it takes this swing high, we'll have a bullish breaker. Takes that swing high right there. We'll have a bullish breaker. And that's why I marked this down candle, because it's the last candle that took the lows and immediately turned around. We have a small BISI in there. So I'm looking at this open to see if that's going to be a bullish order block. Came back, tagged it, and it's pushing up. So it could be. This could be the low, and we could now be seeing the reversal to run up into those imbalances. Maybe. Thanks, John. Yeah, that's just, sometimes you just can't replace, chart time and experience. That's what some of it comes down to. And again, like I was saying, I think it was last week or whenever it was, like, if you really just, it's hard. I mean, it is hard. But if you could really limit your trades to days that you're very confident, you're going to do really good, including myself. Like, there's a lot of times where I'm like, I'm really confident, like today, and I take it. Works out. Great. There's other times where I'm like reading, I'm like, oh, I can see this happening. All right, I got an entry. And it's just kind of like, Like, if I could, but I'm okay with taking the risk, but sometimes I need to do a little better job of filtering some out. So, it's always a work in progress. Yeah. You know, like I said last Friday, I'm like, sometimes you just need that mental capital, like mental wins. And, you know, today's a nice, good mental win. Friday, uh, you know, on stream was break even. That's when I was talking about that. And that was whenever I got a bad fill on my PAs too. But, oh, let me put my executions back because I'm going to forget. I like having my execution labels. But yeah, and then today, like, another good win for the good mental win. Sometimes you just need them. Sometimes we know trading is not always going to be great. It's not always going to be smooth. You're going to go through peaks and valleys, right? You're going to go through win streaks. You go through losing streaks. And I almost sized down today. Almost. I was going to size down depending on the framework. I was looking, I was like, all right, if I see something I'm very confident in, I'll leave it. If not, I'm dropping a contract because, like, there's a lot going on economically, geopolitical news. I haven't been doing the best, so it's like, yeah, might be survival mode for a little bit, you know? Sometimes you got to go into survival mode because I don't like to blow accounts. It's just me. Anybody still trading? Y'all still trading? Or y'all done? Like I said, I know not everybody got that because also not everybody trades ICT concepts either. So, and that might be the move of the day. And that might be, I don't know. We'll see. I think we're going to go up, but. All right. Check on the, let's see. We got 78% so far. Trades ICT concepts. Cool. And the reason why I made that poll is because I was going to ask a question. I was going to say something. And I completely forgot. Literally, I forgot. I was like, I'm going to ask a question. I was like, but wait, let me see how many people trade ICT concepts first. And now I forgot what I was going to ask you guys. So, sorry. Terrible streamer here. Yeah, I'm sure, and that was a big reason why I stopped streaming before, because I had a lot of people just. That's whenever my streams were getting like concurrent viewers, 100 plus people. Here we go. Now we're going, and I was like, man, I know people are copying my trades, and they don't care to learn. Like, you know, I want to. It's the old saying: you give a man a fish, you feed him for a day. You teach him to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. Like, that's I want to teach a man to fish. I'm still learning, but I want to be able to show what made me money, right? So that way people can be independent on their own. But and I, you know, it is what it is. People are going to copy the trades and they're not going to learn, whatever. It is what it is. But then I started seeing people posting on social media acting like they did it all, that were on my stream, that were taking the same trades and posting on social media like, yeah, I got this. I read the market great, blah, blah, blah. Like, made it like they were doing it all on their own. And hey, I don't care. It is what it is, but it kind of started getting a little annoying where I'm like, I know what you did there, buddy. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to stop streaming for a little bit, you know. And then I started working with Apex and all that too, and then, you know, had to get that all situated. But yeah. Hopefully people are learning. That's why I'm always trying to throw out nuggets here and there. So, yeah, and hey, you know, people are going to copy the trades, but as long as you're learning at the same time, right? And you know, you don't always want to copy my trades either because I'm not always right. But, you know, as long as you're learning. All right, so here we go. We're going up like I thought. Like, we'll see if we get back through this, which I believe we will. And like I said, I think we're gonna go up and try to rebalance some of this. Yeah, as an experienced fisher, all you're doing is showing where the fish could be. It's up to us to cast the line. Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good way to say it. And I know that's why ICT stopped doing live stuff too, because he really cares. Like, I don't know, maybe it seems like he really cares about people learning. Uh, so again, I don't care what people say about him. I'm not a worshiper, but what I know is what I've learned works, made me lots of money, and he does it for free. So no complaints here. Ooh, look at that. This is where the 15-second confirmation will save your butt. Anytime I've thought to myself, like, maybe I should just go back to the taking off the 1 minute chart and not looking at the 15-second confirmation, I get reminded why it's beautiful and it's just golden. Because if I was thinking we're going to go up from here, it's all looking good, and I would have longed any of these fair value gaps here, I'd be in some deep heat. Maybe it doesn't lose. Maybe it doesn't come back below this order block, but I'd be in deep heat, and I would be like, this sucks. And I'd be looking at a potential SIBI right here. So now also, if we create this inversion, right, with this drop, create a SIBI and invert that, that's going to be a high resistance, signs of a high resistance condition, and I would not want to have any part of it. And it's been showing a lot of high resistance conditions lately. So at this point, if I was still trading, I would not, like, even if I was thinking more bullish, I'd prefer to be wrong. The reason why is because if not, like, if this fair value gap, this SIBI does not hold here, and we invert it, man, it would just be a tough day. So I would prefer, if I was still trading it, to come up in here and displace and just keep going down. 1 point wick out. Oh, man. I hit my daily loss, locked out of my account. Sorry, Max. I hate that. But great money management. Live to fight another day. You're within your risk. A losing day is a losing day. That's fine. Be okay with a loss. I get it. It gets frustrating when you have multiple losses, 3, 4, 5 days in a row. Like, that becomes really, like, frustrating. But you still got to just zoom out, find the silver lining, and say, hey, I'm within my money management. Yeah, I'm on this little losing streak. Not saying you are, Max, but in general, yeah, I'm on this little losing streak, but the probabilities are still going to play out. If my win rate's 60%, it's going to play out. I'm just in that little streak of a 40%, losing time. That 40% is playing its average now, or 70, whatever it is, whatever your win rate is. So I always like to zoom out whenever I get frustrated. That saves me so much. One loss, I don't even bat an eye. 2, I'm kind of like, meh, it sucks, but meh. Then when I get to 3, I'm kind of like, okay, is it me, the market, or both? And then if I hit 4 in a row, all right, I got to figure what is going on. And then zoom out. Okay, maybe it's just the probabilities playing out. Yeah, no, you can't. See, that's one of the things. We're human beings. You can never be 100% emotionless. As much as people say, and even me say, take emotions out as much as you can't. So you have to, instead of controlling them, you just have to manage them. You just got to manage the emotions. You can't fully control it, just manage it. Wall Street slides 1% as soaring crude prices fan inflation worries. Excuse me. Oh, man. Do y'all have any questions while I'm sitting here for the next few minutes about, like, if you're newer to ICT or you're I remember now why I asked how many people trade ICT concepts. I was gonna ask if you have questions. Well, I want to, maybe I can answer something you've been not understanding, or if you've watched some videos and you're trying to learn, and you're like, man, I really don't get this. If I know the answer, I can help you. If I don't know the answer, then obviously I'm not gonna lie and make something up. I'll just say I don't know. So if y'all have any questions, shoot, ask away. Something you've been struggling with, some hesitation, anything, let me know. Man, look. So it never came back into this SIBI, but we are potentially displacing lower. So if I was still trading, I would prefer to see it doing what it's doing. Now, if we get a failure swing here and a rebalance, then it's like, yeah, no news Monday for sure. Now the financial juice headlines are popping up. I was sitting here while I was in my trade. That's why I read that one and it popped up. NATO have again intercepted a missile heading to Turkey. I was just in the back of my mind thinking, okay, push the market down. Like, don't pop something up that's going to make the market pop up, please. Like, I don't want anybody to get hurt, right? I know there's war. I'm not wishing bad on anybody. But if a headline pops up in that moment, just make the market go down a little bit more, please. And look at the 15-minute, though. We may, hey, look at this wick. Might be a rejection block right there. Boop. There we go. Right. Just overshot the midpoint a little bit. And pushing down. I would like to see this low taken and potential SIBI on the 15-minute. But look, if I go back to the 1 minute, look where the market ran up right there. Ran right up. Boom. Rejected at that 15-minute rejection block, potential rejection block, and dropped. Hey, Richard. Morning. He's like, I'm shorting now, so give me that. Yeah. Nice. You watched it back? Yeah. I know. I hate when they get very close like that and they start pulling back, especially that early, because volatility can just turn around on you and run. So it got close, and I almost regretted not closing that first time it shot down. This one here. Because my target was I got out at 350.75. And this low right there hit 354. So it was only 3.25 points away. Usually when it gets that close, I'll just close. But it was moving up and down pretty fast. So it was like down here and then 20 points up the next second. And I'm like, oh, come on. Don't do this. But yeah, it worked out. That's why during the trade, when it popped up and kind of left these wicks here, and it started, and I saw the bodies closing here, I was like, all right, I'm just going to put my stop here. And if it rockets up, it is what it is, and I'll just at least lock something in versus getting knocked out at break even. Like right here would have been close to 30 points. Well, not my PAs, but so I was like, okay, cool, whatever. But it worked out. See, I do not like this action. I'm so glad I got that trade early because this price action is not. And see, I would not be looking to trade this SIBI here. The reason why is because this failure swing right here. We had this failure swing. And then coming up and potentially creating a BISI right here. So I wouldn't like this one. It may keep going down, but on high resistance days, you're basically going to have everything overshoot a little bit. Right? So like This came up, never came into here. But now you have this. It could work, but look how it's overshooting. Going up into this continuation order block, right? But now we left this busy. So will it invert and keep going, or is it just going to keep being high resistance? I just, man, I'm so glad I got my trade, because I would not like to be still looking for a trade right now, to be honest. And also, guys, if y'all have questions, like I kind of want to make a new channel in the Discord with like, I don't know the name, like something about like iced tea questions or concept questions or something, because I know there's a lot of people that have questions, because people will message me here and there sometime. Just in general, like not my entries, but like in general, market reading or this, or sometimes elaborate on something they heard me say on stream. And I want to be able to answer some of those questions. And I know I'm not the only person that can answer it. So if we had a chat or a channel that's dedicated to help, like I know we have the trade room, but that's kind of just like a general chat, I guess. But if we have a like a concept questions, it could be focused specifically on that trading style and questions there, and we can all just help each other grow. Like I'm kind of thinking of doing something like that, because I do have a lot of new people, because I'm doing a lot of marketing, because y'all know I have my free course, right? Basic. It is not even iced tea concepts, just basic getting into futures course. So people are coming into my Discord from that. I've gotten almost 500 new people. I don't think they haven't all made it into my Discord. I've gotten almost 500 people sign up for that course. So like these people are brand new to trading, and I want to be available to help them with some type of community, you know, and them not feel like embarrassed to ask questions or anything. Members. Let's see, how many members are my... Now I have almost 400 members now in the Discord, and before there was like 2 something before I was doing that. So there's quite a few that have joined, that are in there, and are like quiet. So, which is fine, but you know. So yeah, bullish W pattern forming. I got faked down on the 30-second chart multiple times trying to sell today. Yeah, it is showing high resistance. Now watch this. I bet you it drops from here. Look, go back to the 15-minute bread and butter. Look at this, another potential rejection wick right here. Boom, boom. Let's watch the midpoint, and I want to see that. Lines up with this 1 minute fair value gap. Let's go back here. There it is. The midpoint of that lower potential rejection block. So it hit this fair value gap. I want to see, and it could drop from here, but it might go up and hit 426.50. Oh, that was my entry. Let's see what happens if it hits 426.50. It's going to hit that, and then it's going to be 1021, and we're going to drop. That's pure guess. It's looking, I mean, it's just high resistance right now. And then again, Trump speaks this afternoon. Whew, man. Oh, so y'all, I went ahead and, I don't know if y'all noticed, I scheduled all my streams for the week. So I hope it wasn't confusing. I don't know how y'all come onto the channel, if you just click the notification or if you go and find the stream for the looking at the date. So it has all the streams for the week with the dates. So I was hoping nobody would click the wrong one and be waiting in the wrong one. I hope it was kind of clear. I guess that's on YouTube side. Look at that. Look at that. Man, this would be a big old stop, though. About 350. Whoo! 60-point stop. If it does confirm on the 15-second here. But I think we're going to... I don't think we go up. But then again, you got to look. Are we going to have another failure swing? Never reached... But see, here's the low of that rejection block. Here, let me get rid of this one so we don't get confused. So here's the new rejection block on the 15-minute. Here's the midpoint, and here's the low. It can go anywhere in between. Like, it doesn't have to hit the midpoint. You can just go anywhere between the low and the midpoint. And being this fair value gap was right there, went straight to that inside the rejection block, maybe displacing lower, maybe not. It could just stay here and be terrible for the rest of the day. All right, now if it hits it, let's see what happens. And then I'd be watching because it's going to close in the next 8 seconds. And if it closes, I'd be watching to see if we get a BISI in here or if we're going to rebalance this. And now we did invert that one. So this is just looking really like a high resistance day. Not creating fair value gaps, inverting them, reclaiming them, creating them, inverting them. Hate those type of days. Although it might be ready to finally go up, though. Maybe. Oh, man. All right, y'all. I think that's about it for me today. I'm going to call it a day. Great day for me. I needed that. If you did not do well today, I feel for you. I did not do well. I haven't been doing too well lately, actually. So I feel for you. Just stay within your money management. Know the work your probabilities. Zoom out. Stop whenever you're supposed to. And survive right now. All right, so I'm going to hop off. And hope y'all have a great day. Again, I won't be here tomorrow, but I'll be here Wednesday, CPI day. So have a great day. If you're going to keep trading, as always, trade well, everybody. Take care. See y'all later.